Hey there guys, what's up? Ragtter here, taking you on a trip to UU Wednesday. Happy Wednesday everybody. Today we'll be looking at the underused format of Pokemon Showdown. Today's replay is an exciting one. Okay, kind of exciting. I think it's exciting, I don't care what anyone else thinks. Let's take a look-see at this battle that I had. So I am on the other side again, get to see my beautiful pokes. And I lead off with Beedrill, my reasoning behind this being that I wanted to protect to get my free setup, and then I could U-turn out and heavily damage anything that was here. And sure enough, I'm able to take Azelf down to its Focus Sash as I switch out to Starmie. Now, Azelf almost takes out my Starmie, but I am running a bulky Starmie. This is a Starmie with a lot of HP investment and not very much special attack. So my Rapid Spin takes out Azelf, guarantees me no rocks for the rest of the game. Now Kingdra comes in, and I go into Raikou. This Raikou runs in Assault Vest, and it's meant to be very bulky, take lots of hits, and get off its Volt Switch. And sure enough I do, as it sets up a Focus Energy, telling me that this is a crit Dra. So I go into Suicune because I think, well, I can take any special attack for days, but I underestimate the power of Draco Meteor, and I overestimate Suicune's bulk. Now I'm out my Suicune, but he's going to be forced to switch. This gives me the opportunity to bring in Beedrill, who takes an Intimidate from the Scrafty, and my U-turn still does a fair amount. It's gotta be said, Beedrill is strong. I bring in Raikou, looking to Volt Switch, sorry, it's part of a Volt Turn combo again, because I see he doesn't have any ground types, and that means that I can basically keep my momentum forward with Beedrill and with Raikou as long as I need. So I have Krookodile in here, and my intention with Krookodile is basically to knock off all of his team's items and severely cripple him. I'm able to knock off the recovery leftovers from Scrafty, and then we go back into Raikou so that we can start Volt Switching again. Now, Scrafty here thinks that it can set up some bulk ups, and Raikou says, listen man, I need to have a word with you, but I'm not the one to say it, so I'm going to direct you to Beedrill. And Beedrill comes in, U-turns, and does about the same with that boost as it would have with the Intimidate, goes back into Raikou, and Raikou's like, I have unfinished business with you. Now, he knows he will lose Scrafty the next special attack, so he goes into Goodra. I had wanted to basically be safe, I went for the Thunderbolt, doesn't do much to the Goodra, as, you know, is to be expected, and I go into Krookodile. Now, Krookodile gets a lucky save here by avoiding the Draco Meteor. And I predict him to switch out, because he doesn't want to lose that Goodra, and I use the Pursuit. Sure enough, this knocks off almost all of Goodra's HP. Kingdra is brought out. Now I go into Roserade, and my intention here is to sleep the Kingdra, set up spikes, and then Giga Drain. But, as Roserade sets up its one layer of spikes, Kingdra wakes up, gets a crit, and says goodbye to Roserade. So that's unfortunate. I do have one layer of spikes up though. So now I bring in Starmie, and I'm counting on Starmie's added special bulk to basically force the Draco Meteor. I want Starmie to go down here so that I can bring in another Pokemon safely. And sure enough, after failing the Ice Beam, he does use the Draco Meteor. Now I know I can go into Beedrill, and I know I can U-turn and either severely damage or take out something. And Scrafty is brought in to try and cripple Beedrill one last time, but my U-turn sends Scrafty off, Beedrill goes out, and now it's time to bring in Raikou for the Volt Switch. Now Chandelure comes in, and I am so not worried about the Chandelure. The Flamethrower does actually still a fair amount even through the Assault Vest, but I now know that I can take this thing in a one-on-one fight. So I go into Krookodile, because Krookodile is ready to mess up the entirety of this team. Since this is clearly a choice Scarf Chandelure, it doesn't pack the power to take out Krookodile. Now I get a Moxie boost. This Beedrill is brought in, and even without an item to knock off, the Stab, Moxie boosted knockoff, and Choice Bandit as well, I have to point out, is enough to take out Beedrill. Now Kingdra comes in, and it's the last line of defense because it goes down. And that is when he forfeits, because there's no way Goodra can take on Raikou, Beedrill, and Krookodile. So that was kind of a short battle, but I thought it was a pretty fun one. Just a couple last notes on that battle. The Kingdra was running a very crit-heavy set, which worried me a lot and forced me to Volt Turn a lot more than I probably would have liked to. If I could have gotten some setup with Suicune or gotten more with the spikes off of Roserade, that would have facilitated my victory probably a lot sooner, actually. Because I don't really see anything on his team except for the Goodra, and if Goodra gets burned, then that's that. That can stand against Suicune. He has no answer to it, except for the fact that Kingdra had crits, so... The battle definitely could have been changed at the point where Goodra missed the Draco Meteor and Krookodile, but I don't think it would have killed it. It might have set up for Chandelure to later kill it. Excuse me. But I don't think the outcome of this battle is necessarily changed by it. I think between Beedrill and Raikou, I had the rest of his team pretty much on lockdown. The Chandelure would have gone down to a drill run, courtesy of Beedrill, though I'm not sure I could outspeed a Choice Scarfed one. I'll have to look up the speed tier, because I'm drawing a blank on the numbers here. But basically, anything that Beedrill couldn't take out, Raikou could, because of his lack of a ground type. So in the end, I think that was a pretty good battle, and I think it showed off my new team quite well. That has been UU Wednesday, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you on Friday for our RU battle. Until then, ladies and germs, take care, have a good one, and bye-bye.